It looks like we're live.
We are.
Looks like we're live.
Oh no, we're live.
Let's see if the Beyond extension got fixed.
I mean, I'm kind of dead.
Not kind of dead. You are dead.
Jokes.
You are dead as
He's
a doornail.
really, truly dead.
Nope. D&D Beyond extension not working. Sad face.
We'll blame Drathar.
What the hell was that?
My phone does ara. Don't worry about it.
I thought that was what I heard. Just wanted to confirm.
I mean, it's better than the other one.
What's the other one?
Would you ask that question?
I'll play it. Right when I was in a production meeting with all the people above me at my building, and it went off. No, that's definitely not what the other one was.
You're like, so I'm a weeb. Just want to put that out there. It's totally normal for us.
This is my culture.
This is my culture.
No, it's fine. My GM of my building literally like, and that's why we keep you guys outside.
Nice.
Wow.
Sounds right.
Like, yep, I'm Tom Team. We stay outside because we're not part of the building technically.
Are we gonna twit the twatters?
Oh,
No.
I totally forgot about that. Yes, we are.
I'll keep that over there.
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo?
It's too good. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
I've already been told by my direct managers of my department that I'm not allowed to ever change it.
I just need to give it the video and then I'll give it the boops. Video and the boops. Yeet into existence.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
Don't worry, my dog, I'm watching you.
You would dare watch me on the live on the Twitch and the Trovo.
How dare you?
Is there anything on my nose?
What?
He was looking up.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think you forgot that booger. It's been there for like 10 years. It looks real crusty.
Gross. I'll have to get some really long Q-tips and
Trim them nose hairs, bud.
Yeah, it's all like tied up in there.
little bow.
I think there's something living on it. It's sad that the nose of your picture is almost half the size of my head.
It was zoomed in, but yeah.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom.
Okie dokie. Let's give a minute for everyone to file in. A couple minutes. File in, and then we'll start the Great Escape. It's a great movie. Dungeons and Krakens? Dongons and Dragons. Sucker, now you're taking me to Princess Bride. Dragons.
The wagon.
Dragons are the reason
Wow.
we gather to die.
Whoa.
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 Wow.
What great.
I am the Dread Pirate Robot. I miss Andre the Giant.
Mm-hmm.
I have come for your souls. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we have to watch that again.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, I finally got the wife to sit through Lord of the Rings. So we've
All of
braved
it?
that frontier together. Extended editions.
Nice.
She was like, okay. She's like, all right. She wasn't as thrilled. She's like, especially the last movie is basically like an entire fight scene, and so she's bored.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like fight scenes. I'm like, yes, but you have to understand the struggle of why it's so important that they won and all the price that they paid. If you don't see the fighting, you don't understand. She's like, yeah, but you can just tell me they won. I'm like, no, you can't. It's so
I
bad.
They
retweeted.
lost the.
I retweeted the twit.
Oh, thank you.
You should. You saw it. I love it.
Now I have to look at it.
Undeniably and reliably dead. He's most sincerely dead. We're Wapwee's end.
Couldn't resist.
Make them all talk like the abbot. Oh, we're Wapwee's end. Oh man. We're having too much fun already.
I couldn't resist that one
So good.
because I kept asking, "Is he really dead?"
Is she really dead? A house fell on. What
Undeniably.
do you think?
Yeah, undeniably and reliably, he's really most sincerely dead.
Sakura, if you look on the Twitters, Mimi's posted a gif of the Lollipop Guild. It's like, yes, yeah, a house fell on the Wicked Witch of the East. I'm pretty sure she's taking the final dirt nap. She's passed on. Maybe she's just pining for the fields. Pining for the fields. She's dead.
Beautiful plumage.
I found the only reason he was still on his perch is because he's been nailed there. I love Monty Python. Damn it!
That skit in itself was probably one of the greatest skits they've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Because he kept adding on to it each time that they performed it.
So good.
That
So-
in the cheese shop.
Yes, the cheese shop. Mr. Creosote like to buy a fish license. What about one for a bee? Well, he's an off bee. Off bee? Yeah. An off bee. How to be unseen? I don't know if I'm familiar with that skit.
They have too many. It's hard to remember them all.
I know a lot of the ones my dad used to watch a lot of like some of the Flying Circus skits, and obviously we watched Holy Grail, Sans, the Sir Galahad the Chase, right? Like that just conveniently got omitted.
We can skip that one.
Yes. It's the funny part is I even remember watching it as a kid at some parts, like where like they just had it on and it was unsupervised and they magically forgot about that part, right? And like not understanding anything. I'm like, they just want to get spanked. Like, how is like what's so wrong with this? I'm so confused. Why are they running? Like, why is he running away? My poor untainted little brain. If I could only go back and see you now. Stay just the way you are, kid. It's actually one of my favorite things to do is to tease my oldest son because he's been aware of the women for a while now. But when I find out that he's like watching a show because he thinks one of the girls in it's pretty, I like to give him a hard time about it. I'm like, why do you like that show? He's like, it's funny. I'm like, it's a pretty girl right there. He's like, his face turns red.
How old is he?
7.
Oh my goodness! So my
It's
nephew
so
has
great.
a crush. My nephew has a crush on his older sister's best friend,
That sounds right.
and she's about 5 years older than him. And it
As the
is.
story goes.
No, I think she's only like
Ulysses.
3 or 4 years older than him. But it's just funny watching him whenever you bring it up, and he just freaking basically runs out of the room. And it's hilarious.
Screaming?
No, just more of a no, and he gets all bright red and then runs. So
Well, what about him crushing on? Oh God, what's her name?
no, Priscilla. Oh, he's
Priscilla. Yeah.
That boy is a boob guy. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think that's a. I think that's a young man thing in general.
Actually, let me go grab a drink and I'll be right back.
I think it's hard.
We're doing
That's
Dora
fine.
Booba.
I'm gonna eat my last bite of sausage, and then we can get started.
Sausages.
Shove that sausage in your mouth. Enjoy it.
I will.
Someone
it's a hot
spent time cooking that with the
Even
hot
a
sausage.
one.
My father-in-law and I like to exchange hot sausages from time to time.
Wow. I mean, what you guys do in your spare time behind closed doors.
There's just some things I didn't want to know about you, Knight.
Good sausage, Good sausage.
Good soup. Oh God, Sakura.
In this picture, there are 47 people. None of them can be seen. In this film, we hope to show you how not to be seen. This is...
This just shows a picture of the forest. In this forest of 47 people.
Mr. E.R. Bradshaw. Mr. Nesbitt has learned the first lesson of not being seen. Not to stand
Oh,
out.
I remember that one. Yeah.
However, he has chosen a very obvious piece of cover. Mr. E.W. Lambert of Holmley, the Burrows, Oswestry.
We're breaking night early today.
It's so good.
Oh no! Last two times I've seen Night, he's been broken.
Listen, I like to be happy. D&D makes me happy. Hanging out with friends makes me happy. This whole experience makes me happy.
Yes.
I'm gonna not. We get to run into a nice lizard man to talk to because that's always entertaining. I hear.
You want to run into a lizard man? That likes
Totally.
cheese.
I mean, he's worse too.
Saki's insanity helps. Yeah, I it's been a day. It's been a Monday. Found out another person who's one of my friends in my company is leaving the company, so I'm sad about that. My wife is stressed out, so I had to be psychologist hubby this evening as well. Ultimately got her feeling better before the podcast or for the show tonight, so that was good.
Yeah.
That made me happy. Mission accomplished. But now we get D&D time.
If it brings a smile to your face, I've been practicing random crazy accents just for Gage tomorrow.
Oh. I'm excited.
Since he apparently believes that he should be able to understand every language perfectly, even if the person has a horrible accent.
Yes! I can't wait. Yes. Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh. I understand all languages, actually, except for that lizard man. He's really hard to understand. If you guys are curious, make sure that you head over to Geigen's channel tomorrow night for Pathfinder. My goodness, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Thank you, man.
Okay. A group of police officers are standing outside of a house
Oh no.
where a woman murdered her husband. Police captain shows up and says, "Why is the lady not in custody? Or do you know why she murdered him?" The officer says, "Well, she yelled at him not to step on the floor because she just mopped it, and he stepped on it anyways." Police captain's like, "Why is she not in custody yet?" The officer says, "Well, the floor still looks wet."
Once you go in there, won't come back out.
Nope.
Not taking a chance. Not taking a chance.
Nope, not a chance. Not doing it.
We'll go in after it dries.
I saw a very inappropriate TikTok that I very badly want to share with you all because it's really funny.
You're welcome to share it with me. I like it.
Yeah. Hello. Have you met us?
I don't know. I am a saint, and I don't do anything inappropriate or wrong.
Yeah, no, we didn't try to pawn off the Orc Master 5000.
It's true, you didn't.
That's
Okay.
the game.
So fair enough. Fair enough. You've asked for it, and audience, you have been warned. So I came across a TikTok this week that was like these guys that were hosting some kind of a show, and it's like call in and tell us your slow burn joke, right? Like what's your best slow burn joke? And this woman calls in and she goes, "Yeah, my boyfriend or husband, I can't remember what she said, but my man, he had a hard time she had a snoring problem, and he always used to tell me that it was because at night when he would lay on his back, his ball sack would cover up his butthole and form an airlock, and that would cause him to snore. And so the only way to stop that was to obviously remove them, right?" And and she goes, "Yeah," and they all started laughing, and it's like, that's pretty legendary. And she goes, "Yeah, I did, and I cradled his balls for 3 years before I figured it out."
That he was lying.
Oh, I can't. Like, how? How do you not some people. She was laughing about it. She acted like they're still together. I don't know how you come back from that. That trust, the sacred trust, is broken.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are we all ready?
Yeah.
I
Been
think
ready.
so.
You need to change Geigen's name in
I mean, it's fine.
Oh,
it still says Drathar.
it does. It'll have to say that until next week. It will have to say that till next week, unfortunately, because I'm not going to stop
I am-
now and do it. So,
I
here we
am
go.
the ghost of Drathar past.
Last time on Rime of the Frostmaiden, Drathar died. The end.
At the end.
I mean, that works for me.
There was a valiant fight to secure the safety and freedom of the party. Drathar very heroically volunteered
Died.
for the battle, confident in his abilities, not knowing that he would be fighting a fair fight. Shouldn't laugh. But I am anyway, not knowing it would be a fair fight. And though it came down to the very last strike for both Drathar and the Gladiator, Drathar went down. With a
Not the good something.
with one last humble plea from Poppy. Take me instead. She pleaded to the queen. The queen said, I'm gonna kill you anyway. Thumbs down, and the gladiator took a very large sword and put it through Drathar's chest, thus ending Drathar. It was very sad. But the party, without any of their gear, their armor, their weapons, anything, was helpless to stop it, and was ushered back to their tent, waiting their turn to be sacrificed to the Frostmaiden, to guarantee the immortality of the queen of the Tiger Tribe.
Bitch.
She is. She don't care. As night fell, Poppy, looking around the room for anything, found her orc stone and was able to give it to Corin, who found that he could use it as a channel and as a focus for his magic. Limited its uses, but still capable of something helpful, and something more powerful than he would be capable of normally. Well, they were coming up with ideas of how they might escape and how they might be able to use some of his magic to do so. They were visited by a stranger in the tent. The stranger being Drathar's sister, Cathala. She'd been tracking the party and learned that Drathar was at the camp, but unfortunately arrived too late. It had been some time since she had seen her brother, and though she was sad about the news of his passing, her priority was to recover his body and to save his friends. And that's where we pick up this week. Everyone is in the tent. You all are scheming as how to best make your way across the camp, recover your gear, and go. What, Mimi? No?
No. We ended it that Cathala wanted us to point out who killed Drathar. And that's when she said she wanted to take Drathar with her. And then we had already snuck out of the back flap. And I had cast without a trace.
Oh, pass without trace. Yes.
Yeah, pass without a trace.
Okay. See, this is why we have Mimi. She remembers things. I'm just still digging the fact that Drathar's sister's got to come and probably murder someone. And didn't you had pointed out the gladiator through the tent too?
I think Corin did.
I didn't think we actually left the tent yet. We just did pass without a trace and then haven't left yet.
Yeah, we just opened the back flap and we're starting to go out.
Gotcha.
So Poppy's gonna just mention to Cathala when we get, before we're actually like out and out, I have an idea how to bring Drathar's body back with us. If we can find it with all our gear and stuff, I do have a bag of holding that we could put Drathar in.
Is Cathala EXE broken?
I'm thinking about that. That's a horrified proposition there. Trying to think what she'd say.
But it's something to so you can take him home.
Thank you, dear. I'd very much appreciate it. So, the sight of you stuffing a body into a bag is quite horrifying, actually. Have you done this often?
No, this would be the first time.
I guess there's a first for everything.
I guess so.
Well, I think we should get your stuff. Let's move on. Knight is not going to stay here forever, and personally, I don't want to be eaten by crazy tribal people.
I was really confused there for a second. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. What are you talking about?
Well, let's go. Let's see if we can get our gear.
That Cathala will move out from under the tent, out the back flap that she came in.
Poppy follows.
Everyone needs to give me a stealth check.
We did that last time.
And what was the roll? I can't remember.
It's in. It should still be in. In Foundry.
I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
We had 2 3s.
Yeah.
For 13s. So 13, 13, 30, and 21.
31 actually. Oh yeah, 30 and 21. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So you're thank God for the high roll, because you even everything out. You're able to easily slip out the back of the tent in the dead of night, and with the wind blowing and the snow having picked up. You have a fair amount of visible cover. Now the camp is well lit. There are torches strewn throughout. And there is still the central bonfire that is currently very ablaze. Where would you like to go from here?
Probably best to stick to the shadows.
To give you a frame of reference, you guys are, again, frame of reference. The Ragged Camp is basically kind of a circle, right? It's got an outer circle of tents, and it has an inner circle of tents, the bonfire in the middle. You are in the inner circle of tents, and you are in the southernmost point of the camp. Your gear is at the northernmost point of the camp. The gladiator's tent is on the left-hand side, about halfway up on the inner circle. You all know that. That's not me telling you anything you don't know. And Drathar's body has been carted off to the northern part of the camp as well.
Where's the queen's tent again? On the right side, about halfway up?
She's directly to the left of you.
I thought she was on the right side, though.
You guys are to the right of her.
Okay. Okay, well, Poppy's going to relay this to Cathala, kind of, explaining who's where, and see where she wants to go from here.
Well, I think that we should definitely get your items back. Until then, you're a little under-geared, I think. I mean, it's odd enough. I'm not used to being the one entering in through the back way or leaving said back way either.
Not what I heard.
Oh, you've heard about me, have you?
Maybe.
Well, I haven't heard about you. So let's move on and get your things. I'm sure I'll be hearing much more in time.
A lot of innuendo tonight, I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which way would you like to move?
Sneaking around. I'm assuming we're going to sneak around the tents.
Which side?
Sneak around the right side. We're going to go right since the queen's left.
Okay.
Okay.
As you move right, you are able to quietly make your way through the snow. You see a number of guards around the outermost rim. They are positioned in between the tents, kind of in the gaps, as to monitor everything going on inside. So far as you are making your way from tent to tent, you can see them. As you get about 3 tents up on the right-hand side, you recall that this is the shaman's tent. And you can hear strange chanting going on from inside and see a faint glow illuminating the tent.
Does it look like anyone is guarding the tent?
There are guards at the front of the tent.
They'll be able to tell anything from the glow, like what might be going on in there.
No, it looks like it's just light.
Okay.
Could be some kind of lantern or candle.
Can we see his shadow at all?
Give me a perception check.
$17. So close to a 20.
As the light casts various shadows on the outside of the tent, you get the sense that he's somewhat in the center. I can't tell quite where, though.
Can we at least tell what direction he's facing?
Not from the shadow. Although given the fact that the light is casting the shadow on the back of the tent, you would assume, if he was facing the light, that he would be facing away from you.
Well, honeys, what do you want to do? There's a strange, creepy man chanting strange things in strange lights. You know more about this place than I do at this moment.
That's the shaman.
Probably best to keep moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then let's continue on. Because they will continue sneaking.
You move up a couple more tents. You're almost to the northern part of the camp. The gap between the kind of northern entrance is much larger than what's inside the two circles. Up to this point, you've been able to easily kind of wait and make your moves in between. But there are a number of guards on the inner circle, facing inward, that would have some vision to you, as well as guards that are outside guarding this larger entrance.
Poppy points out the weapons tent.
It's on the outer ring catty corner to where you are now.
So I'm assuming we just need to sneak in, or is there?
It's up to you.
Well,
If you wanna
specifically.
try. I'm not gonna-
How many feet is it away from us? Like 30, 60?
It's about a 30-foot opening. Fairly spacious.
Let's sneak in.
I think we should at least try.
Try and sneak across. Okay. If you're all going to
Yeah,
try and
but-
sneak across to the tent, I'm going to need everyone to give me a stealth check again.
Stealth
And
check.
Pass Without a Trace is still going, right?
It is still going, but the group DC is higher.
19.
Ooh,
No, it's a 29.
yep, 29, and I've got 27.
It's a 19.
That was a
I've got it.
38.
I got a 20.
The dice gods have smiled upon you.
Yeah.
You're able to time it as a gust of wind kind of blows snow across the way. You run with it, moving quickly and quietly with the wind. You're able to traverse the gap and get to the tent. And as the four of you barrel in, there's a guard sitting there. He looks up.
Does he see us, or is it
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he sees us.
behind?
I am going to rush him with my longsword and just try to grab him and hold him there.
All right. Go ahead and give me whichever you feel more comfortable with. Dex or acrobatics. Give me a dex or acrobatics check to see if you can close the distance in time to keep him from making noise.
It's going to be the same thing either way.
So whichever you prefer.
23.
Oh yeah. Cathala, you instantly lock eyes with this guard, and with 3 quick strides traverse the tent and have your sword drawn at his throat. You hear his kind of breath catch in his throat. Easy. Easy. You look. Didn't you die?
Oh, honey, I have not died, but depending on what you say, that's maybe what's happening to you.
And you're a woman?
You're a man. Oh, I can paint that for you if you'd like.
Pretty misogynistic of you.
Weren't you a man yesterday?
No, don't think so. I've been a woman since I was born, thank you. But, so I take it you've seen my brother.
Ooh. You see his eyes get real big. I'm sorry for you. For your loss, miss. Brother was a nice guy. I met him the night
You didn't
before.
have any hand in this, did you?
Oh, heavens, no. I just look after all the things in the requisition tent. Your brother snuck in last night. Took his alchemy kit with him. I didn't say anything. He was a nice enough fellow. And he kept his mouth shut and didn't get us eaten by them vampire penguins.
I'm just going to kind of look at the rest of the party to see if they have any feelings about this guy one way or another.
Corn's grabbing his things.
Krathok is grabbing his things.
Poppy's starting to grab her things. Drathar indicated he had no issues with this man.
He kind of puts his hands up very defensively. Listen, I'll be in big trouble if you all sneak out of here and I don't say anything. But your brother, I'm pretty sure, could have killed me and he didn't. So how about you knock me out?
Oh, honey, I was planning on doing that anyways.
As I grab Whelm, I hit him on the back of the head with the pommel of the handle.
You mean an arm strike?
Unarmed strike. And
I want to try a thing.
You gotta do more than 4 damage to knock him out. That'll hit.
Exactly 4 damage.
The dice gods smile upon you. The
was gonna
sacrifice of
try a
Drathar has been met with acceptance. Krathok, you come over and just take the pommel and just give him a crack to the back of his head, and you see his eyes just kind of roll back as he falls forward.
Well, that handles that.
You don't even try and catch him. You just let him just fall face first in the bottom.
I imagine
Well,
he was still in,
Cathala had a hold of him.
right?
Yeah.
Well, Cathela will at least let him down gently.
Well, don't want to make noise.
How very kind of you.
Yes.
Poor Frederick. Sleep well, my friend. All right. And you
Is Graythar's bag still in there?
Oh yeah, everybody's gear is in here. It's dimly lit inside the tent. You could tell that Frederick kind of just settles in and kind of he's a little kind of woodworking kind of area next to him where he seems to be whittling on something. It's real meager.
Yeah, I will take Graythar's gear just so we don't leave it. And is it just the stuff that he didn't have on him? Or did they like strip him after killing him and put all his stuff in there? And is Graythar's body in there?
Draythar's body is not in the tent. It's not in the tent. But all of his things are his armor, his swords, any items he had, packs would be in there. Everyone else
Yeah,
can respectively find your gear as well.
I'm sorry, who did you say that to?
Everyone.
Else.
Okay.
You're all able to locate your gear and to find your gear.
Okay.
Hey,
And we, if you need to, we can put everything in my bag of holding to take it with us, including Drathar.
Well, we haven't found him yet, so perhaps when that time comes, we can shove him in your bag. wonder how you'd feel about being shoved in your hole.
You know, Drathar and I didn't really have that type of relationship.
Good to know. It would be kind of awkward with how young you are. So I appreciate that. Here,
Yeah.
I'm going to go through Drathar's things, pull out his boots. I'm going to put those boots on. And I'm going to grab out a bag that was in Drathar's pack and keep that.
Okay.
And I'll keep his scimitar.
Okay. I will leave it to you to transfer whatever items you need to your inventory.
Yeah, just so you know, the small bag, I am taking his bag of balls.
It's a bag of what?
Whatchamacallit? Thing rogues get. Ball bearings, yeah, ball bearings.
Oh, okay.
Well, now I have 2,000 ball bearings, because why not?
And the ball bearings?
Not very useful in the dirt, though. Or snow, yes.
No, but they can still be fun.
That's right.
And as such, Ben Wild balls were born.
Okay. Moving on. You're all able to take your time, gear up, put your armor back on. So at this point, you can all assume that you are fully kitted to the teeth.
Nice.
I will take my spear back and just let Poppy put it in her bag, and then I'll take my longbow back. And Poppy has her own.
Yep.
Jordan cinches up his blazer cloak and puts the hood up.
Corin, you
Are we
still have
ready?
you have my orc stone still, right?
I'll hold it up. Do you need it back? As I hold my fulgurite in the other hand.
And Poppy's gonna take the orc stone back since Corin has all his gear and stuff. And Poppy just kind of rubs the stone between her hands and just kind of whispers to it, "Get ready," and puts it in her pocket.
You feel kind of a warmth, signifying a reply. What do you want to do now?
Find the best way to leave. Or I guess the other people, or everyone else might want to try to find the body.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, before you knocked the man out, we could have asked him where Drathar's body was.
I don't think about those things. See, I'm just a muscle.
I would say you definitely do just think with a muscle for sure.
Always.
Would either any of you by chance know where they might have carted off Drathar or moved him?
Well, we know he's on this side of the camp.
That you do.
I'm not sure if Gordon would know or not. He's pretty short to the ground.
When Drathar was taken away, did we see exactly where he was taken, or just this side of the camp?
That he was taken kind of to the northern part of the camp.
Poppy's gonna look at Krathok and say, "Well, big guy, I mean, did you have a clear view of where he was being taken?"
I was more focused on the champion. Because I'm going to murder him.
All in all due time. Right?
Well, I don't know. Can we bring Frederick around and?
Well, no, we already knocked him out. We can't
Well.
bring him around. He asked us to knock him out, and so we
can
did.
re-knock him back out.
No, because if I hit him in the head again,
where's Draythar's body? It's over there. Oh.
Oh my god.
Just a thought. Jeez. And who says you have to be the one to knock him out again?
I mean, I'll knock you out. I don't know.
Poppy just glares at him. Cathala, thoughts?
You know, that's not such a bad idea. We don't have to hit him again to knock him out. We just have to choke him until he passes out. He's already got a nice little wound on the back of his head. I mean, we'll at least know he got hit once.
It may be best not to risk it.
Oh, fine. Ruin the fun.
I was on Cathala's side on this one.
Then how do you propose we get Draythar's body back? Did we split up and check the tents near here, or?
Splitting up is probably the worst idea to do right now.
Yeah, I think we should try and stay together. Because we're definitely outnumbered here.
Could have a little look around very carefully.
Then if that's what you propose, let us get on with it now that you're all dressed in, well, with your own gear again. Suppose you'd be able to at least put up a fight now.
I think so.
Yes. Very much so.
Yep, Gorn is actually going to cast Mage Armor on himself now, just in case.
If you do see anyone that was involved in Draythar's death, you point them out for me, please?
We will.
Of course.
Let's go.
Back under the tent.
Well, you don't have to go under the tent this time. You can exit one of the kind of main flaps.
Take a peek first just to make sure, but yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So as you look out the tent, are you trying to exit to the north or to the south?
I think we're heading north, so probably...
Well, you're at the northernmost part of the camp. Right now. This tent is the northernmost part of the camp. So you want to continue to go north and flee, or are you trying to go back and kill the champion?
I think we're more trying to find Draythar's body.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to try to kill anyone right now.
Okay, so you peek back out to the north. Is it you, Corn?
Yeah, Corn will stick his head out very slowly.
Yeah, as you stick your head out, Corn, you see a number of guards. There's 4 standing out kind of in the gap. And they're walking back and forth slowly, kind of BSing with each other. There's not a ton of attention being paid to details. Part of what allowed you to easily cross from one side to the other. Though as you're scanning out north, a short ways away, you see what looks like a wood pile with a body wrapped in linen sitting on top.
I pop back in and says, I think I see him. His body is wrapped up on a log pile.
Oh, and they're trying to cook him already. Oh, these barbaric heathens. That is just wow.
There
We
are
need to put a
guards.
stop to that. How many?
4. 4. I saw 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's about 4 of them. We might be able to distract them with some wind, perhaps.
How far away is the woodpile?
We'll say a good 100 feet.
Far away were the guards.
Probably about 30 feet towards the middle. They're kind of like out. So again, if this outer circle is the village, right? You guys are in this tent here. The guards are going to be kind of here. The wood piles kind of out there.
Okay, so we need to go like kind of a half
You need to
circle
go
around.
like northwest.
Okay.
To
Like
get
a
to
little
the
half
body.
circle.
Sure.
Okay.
But there's nothing between you and that woodpile except snow. There's no cover. It's out in the open.
Let's stay low, and hopefully the snow will help to hide us.
Everyone going to try and go, or are you going to try and send just one person?
I think
we
that's
should-
the way to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like take it and leave.
All right.
We'll be back. We'll be back for this. For revenge.
I need another group stealth check. Stealth check, please.
Come on, big money.
Another stealth
Hey.
check. Pew.
24.
I got 28.
28.
Oh God. 17.
Well,
So you have
27, you mean?
27.
27, yeah.
Once again, you're able to kind of time with the gusts of wind and move with the snow as it pushes towards the woodpile. As you make your way over, you see the body sitting up top.
How far up is up top?
Only about 8 feet or so.
Rathok, honey, I think this is a job for you. You are big, strong, and tall. Please help shove Drathar inside the dark bag.
First of all, let's make sure it is Drathar.
Has anyone
Dude.
else died recently? But I guess if you want to check, go for it.
I'd rather check to be safe. We don't know who else they may have killed and when.
So, is that a perception check or investigation?
Climb up there and look, big man.
I climb. What do I need to do? Dex,
Athletics.
strength, athletics.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 24.
You straight one hand your way up to the top of this pyre and grab the body and pull it off down to where everyone can see and lay it gently in the snow.
Yay! I laid it gently because I'm a boss.
nice.
Poppy's gonna just walk over and kind of pull the linen back just to make sure it's Drathar.
As you pull back the cloth, you see the face of your fallen comrade.
Poppy just kind of touches his cheek and just whispers so nobody else hears, and just she's got some tears in her eyes and just says, "I'm sorry." And then kind of covers him back up. Krathok, can you put him in here?
I'm gonna throw Draythar's body in the bag of holding.
Jeez.
Poppy's gonna walk up to Krathok before he does that and just look up at him as he's saying he's gonna throw his body, Draythar's body in there, and she's gonna kick him in the shin.
I didn't say I wasn't vocalizing it. I just grabbed the body and put it in. God.
I kicked you in the shin.
You could have been more gentle.
Yes.
But like,
Probably more like his ankle because he's so big compared to Poppy, but
I mean, I don't understand why the people's attachments to bodies. So, just me. We all know it's all about the soul, and his soul is gone. On to better and bigger things. You know, maybe he's robbing and murdering in the afterlife somewhere else, okay?
Honey, I don't believe that's what he would be doing in the afterlife. Well, he did make his job of perhaps ending people's lives. He's not a murderer or a robber, as you say.
I mean, there's a couple people like somebody's dad who'd beg to differ, but you know, I'm not judging him. I ran with him. I used his skills, you know.
That would be like calling you a murderer, sir. Have you killed anyone ever?
Plenty of people.
Then are
deserved
you
it.
a murderer? And you're saying he did not?
I'm saying that, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know. I'm not judging. Like I said, I don't like his past.
oh,
is
shut
nothing.
up, you two.
Might be best to keep moving now.
Yes, thank you,
We have a
Corn.
long night ahead of us. We have to make as much time as possible to escape.
Fine, let's just get on with it. So which direction should we head? I have no idea where you all were heading off to.
We're heading back south towards the tent towns and the. What
No,
was the name of that
no,
town?
we were headed to the prison.
The prison, right? Sorry,
Northwest.
northwest. Okay.
To Revel's Inn.
I was about to say, I sure hope we don't go back south, or otherwise we're heading right back through the town. The tribe.
Yeah.
Yes, to Revel's End. We have business there. I checked to make sure the letter is still there.
I'm just wondering though, I know it's double backing and everything, but with everything that's happened, I'm just wondering if we should go back to where Krathok's people are and try and start again. Or
How long would that take? Is that a long journey?
I would say it's a long journey.
okay.
Came here on Griffin back.
Yeah.
Quite some time.
Krathok, you peek over your shoulder to the east and kind of look at the mountains. They are many days off by your approximation.
Yeah, that would be a long journey.
On foot,
Okay.
anyway.
But we
Are
will need
we-
to find.
Are we by any of the 10 towns at all?
Would do for some transportation.
No.
Yeah, too bad my dog sled team's not here.
You are in the middle of BFE.
Figured.
The Reged tribes. So you were cutting across from the Sky Tower shelter to Revel's End, which was pretty much a kind of a north by northwest trajectory. And on that trajectory, I will just say that you know that you passed over Loch Dinashir, or at least could see it down to your left as you were flying before you were attacked by the Frostmaiden, and could vaguely see Kelvin's cairn right before you were attacked. North of that is a kind of river that snakes up in a northeastern direction. You see that river next to the camp. So you're probably a good 1.5 to 2 days trek to Revel's End from here.
And where's the prison?
That is Revel's End.
That is
Revel's
Rebels.
End prison.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, best just keep moving.
And let us go.
And as we travel, or as long as we're far enough away from the camp, I'll help with my ability to stop the snow from falling around us, make it a little easier. I can't change the wind. I can't stop the wind from blowing, but I can choose the direction it blows around us.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
It's very helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, within a 100-foot radius sphere centered on me.
That's pretty awesome.
And that's a nice distance too.
Yeah. So give us a little bit of tailwind, I guess.
Sure. So you continue to make your way for a while out into the snow. After what you would estimate is probably a half hour, you hear a light thrumming in the distance.
Is it behind us, in front of us? Can we tell?
But one of you choose. Give me a perception check.
Our perception is a 0, so probably not me.
It'd probably be me or Poppy.
I have a +6.
I have a +9.
Then I would maybe try you first.
I think it's a one or done thing.
Yeah.
So who do you feel lucky about?
I would rather go with the +9.
How about a 12?
Cathala, you realize that you can hear what sounds like a very rhythmic beating. Something in the air. It sounds big. You turn around and look up to the sky to see if you can see something. Off in the distance, you see something with massive wingspan flying right at you.
Does it look feathery? Does it look scaly? What do the wings kind of look like?
Feathery is a good description.
Can I tell anything about the body shape? Is it like...
Not from the distance it is right now.
I can't tell if it has 4 legs or not, and 2 wings.
Nope.
Is there cover nearby? Or is it open area? I know that we were in woods.
Everything
near.
out in this kind of tundra is fairly open. Though I will give you the chance to look for cover.
Look for a cave or something, maybe.
Poppy, go ahead and give me a
Right.
nature check. You are the ranger, after all.
Yeah.
It's not one of my strong ones, but okay.
You can get advantage if this is her favorite terrain.
Oh. Yeah.
Might need that one.
Let me see. Is it my favorite terrain? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
You
Where
tell
do I
me.
find that? Features and traits.
You would have picked your favorite terrain, so it should be in your features.
Yep, Arctic. Arctic is one of my favorite. So I get to roll again.
Thankfully. Oh,
It's a good thing. That one was looking mighty ominous.
I mean,
Yeah, I got an 8. Nature's not one of my strong. If you would have asked for investigation or perception, that probably would have been better.
But it's
Rest
a
in peace,
nature
rangers
check.
everywhere.
You gotta know your terrain. For being Arctic favored, you're not too favorable with the Arctic.
just
Poppy, you
disoriented as tonight.
scramble to find anything. You see what looks like a small hill nearby. It's the best that you can do and point it out to everyone.
We should at least go and try and take some cover over here. And she kind of motions to the little small hill area.
I go towards the small area over there.
While we're heading there, I will just say, well, at least the hill is small, but we can dig down in the snow a little bit, hopefully get a little more cover.
Agreed. Off we go.
Give me a stealth check to try and hide.
Stop check. Oh my god.
Look at that.
Oh my god. That's a nat 20, baby. You can't
Nice.
even see me in the snow.
Krathok,
You just fall backwards and like the snow covers you.
I was gonna say, like, Krathok, you being a Goliath, the snow doesn't bother you. You like swim head first into this hill and just kind of slide underneath the snow, and you're completely hidden. Everyone else, you kind of make your way over to the hill and shimmy down and kind of bury yourself in the snow, keeping your eyes up to the sky.
I'm not gonna lie, I was secretly hoping Krathok would like sit on top of the hill and just act like a tree and just look like one.
That would have been interesting.
I end my ability as a bonus action to stop the snow from falling around, or to allow snow to fall around us like normal.
I've been working on this skill. I can stand so still you can't see me. It's Krathok.
As he eats a potato chip.
Fat kid in a horror movie, that's Krathok. He probably's gonna have a damn tomato chip too.
Yep.
Don't find us in here. We're just having snacks. I mean, there's no one here but us I mean, damn it.
Crunch.
You hear the flapping of the wings get louder. And then goes silent as you hear a rush of wind, and a creature flies directly over you, sweeping over the hill where you hid,
Can we tell what it is at all?
pulling snow from your eyes. And we'll find out what it is when we come back from break.
Yay,
Break time.
break.
Break time!
Break time.
Break time! Night time! Break time! What's up, everybody? Mal, how you doing? Trovosite's been a little quiet tonight.
Yeah, it has been.
What's up, Brighton? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness. I need to go and refresh the drink, I think. And then we
I
can
do too.
reconvene.
I will be
Yep.
right back.
Guys, everyone, if you're new, please make sure you are following the channel. If you want to hang out with us in Discord, discord.gg/nighttide will take you there. We've got a couple special channels. One for this live show. We also have another one for the Maledictum podcast. Again, new episode is going to be airing in approximately 2 hours. Approximately 2 hours till episode 2. I did update the name of the podcast, so you no longer have to search for Dungeon Nytes. You just search for Maledictum on your favorite platform, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, whichever your fancy is there. It's there. All right, drink time.
Break time. Yeah, some chips as a snack.
Front. Front.
Of Tomb. Is that Tomb of Annihilation?
Here we go.
Well, the party made it out of the Regid camp alive, so that's a plus. No one else died. No one tripped the alarms. Frederick's still alive. These are all wins. The setting, Tomb of Annihilation? What's the kind of vibe? Is it kind of Raiders of the Lost Ark? Is it more of an Egyptian mummy setting?
Tomb of Annihilation is, they added a new continent called Sholt, and it's full of dinosaurs. And the tomb, there's a device in it that's making it so all the souls are being sucked in. So if you die, you can't be resurrected. If you do get resurrected, you get resurrection sickness that slowly kills you. If you've ever been like resurrected any time in your life.
So it's freaking Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2. It's terrible.
Lots of traps. And the Tomb of Annihilation is a trap-heavy place.
Somebody powerful hires you to solve this curse since they are dying. Oh, that's pretty slick. I like that. I like that a lot. Meat grinders rules,
Yep.
The death saves are 15 instead of 10.
It's also really important in case you've ever been resurrected because it affects you. Like you slowly lose, I think it's like a certain amount of HP, or if it's a con or something, after so much time passes, it just slowly eats away at you because you've been resurrected once.
We're level 4, so far I've had one person perma almost instantly. Damn. So like what's the background? Okay, so now you got me curious. What's the background of these characters? Like how are you able to backfill characters so quickly? Is there like adventure skills that are happening like that do this, or I don't know, I'm just, if it's a meat grinder, there's got to be meat for the grinder. Where's the meat come from?
If you take the basic setting, Shoal is a brand new territory that just started allowing people in. Okay. It's full of like tribals and it's unexplored. So there's lots of adventurers that are going to Shoal trying to get rich.
So it's like a gold rush type of scenario.
Yep.
Interesting.
Well, I do love it. When you go to the very first city that you go to, they do dinosaur races.
That's so sick. That's great. And murder races? Oh god, death race. Okay. I see you, Jolt. All right. Everybody's back. We ready?
Did I post the right link for your Discord night?
Yeah, I mean, you can, it's that, or you can just use discord.gg/nighttime. It'll work.
Okay.
It all works.
I'm changing that in my links page.
And then again, I'm just going to post this. For anyone who wants to listen to some D&D in your off time, episode 1's already up. Episode 2 is going to be airing here, like I said, another hour and 45 minutes or so. I'm excited.
Yeah, can't wait.
I'm loving, honestly, I'm loving like this, my D&D vibe right now. We got Monday night, I got Tuesday night Pathfinder, I got podcast. Life is good. Feels good. Lots of good
last episode was a good cliffhanger. It was like, what's happening?
Dude, it's fun producing that and being able to add in like sound effects and things.
Yeah.
Although I was mentioning this earlier to Sakura in Discord. So because of the way that I have submixes on my audio interface set up, it caused a glitch where my voice was coming through twice. So I use voice mod to be able to do some different things. So right now you're actually hearing my voice go through voice mod and then back out into stream. Well, the only reason that works is because I can actually mute my mic output from the audio interface so that it only puts that through. but I had configured the button for mute to also include that submix's mute button. So when I muted and unmuted myself using that button, I then had all of my personal audio doubled. So I'm having to go back and re-record all of my dialogue for both sessions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
it is unfortunate. Luckily, we found it before it got too bad, but it was like 40% of episode 2 and 100% of episode 3. So I'm going back now and trying to redub all that. And it's fun. Not. It's good practice, though. It's good practice for punch and roll and stuff. Anyway, let us continue. Everybody back and ready? Let's do the things.
I just had some king cake, so I'm really happy.
You have king cake?
Fuck yeah, it's about to be Mardi Gras season, baby. Woo!
You have what?
King cake.
Why
King
do I
cake.
feel
Oh my
like I'm
God.
about to derail and
Welcome, Raiders.
Whoa!
It's a Mardi Gras thing.
It's a Mardi Gras thing.
Live and let's die. Let's go. Welcome. Perfect timing. We're just
Don't get
about to
slice
end
of
our
the
break.
baby.
Hi. Hello. Diabolical Dylan. I like it.
I can tell you're nowhere close to Louisiana because you don't know what king cake is.
I
Oh,
grew
I
up in
love
Southern
king
California and then moved to Pittsburgh. I bypassed the whole Southeast United States.
Yeah, I didn't know about king cake till I got to Kansas City.
Oh,
I have family in
king
Kansas
cake.
City. I have family in Alabama.
I
visited
love
there
king
once.
cake.
I have family in Tennessee. But so what is it? Can you please describe?
is-
You're like, it's a Mardi Gras cake. Can you
So,
tell me what the
it-
hell the cake is, please?
It
Because
is
to me right now the cake is a lie.
It is a like
it's
you know
a
what
blend of a coffee cake and like a cinnamon roll type thing.
Yes,
It
yes.
has frosting
With-
on it and green.
And you
yellow-
hide a plastic baby inside of it. Well, yeah, you hide a plastic baby inside of it,
Little tiny one.
which is supposed to
Don't eat
be
it.
Jesus as a baby.
Oh.
And whoever finds the baby in the king cake has to buy and bring the next king cake. So that's the tradition that it goes with. But it's kind of like it's a giant ring
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
cake. It's like a cinnamon roll that's been turned into a giant ring.
Yeah, it's like a coffee cake type thing.
That sounds
Yeah.
delicious.
Oh, it is so tasty.
I want
But you can really only get it right before Mardi Gras.
nummies. Right? Dylan, I haven't
They
had it
FedEx
yet.
those
I
things.
don't I haven't had coffee cake in so long. Now it's making me
I
want a
sent
coffee
you
cone.
I DM'd you a link, Night.
I too am trying to lose weight, Dylan. I'm with you.
Mhm.
I'm not saying any of this helps, but it sounds delicious.
It is delicious.
I've seen FedEx boxes for these things, specifically for these things.
I ordered mine straight from freaking Louisiana. So
Yep.
Sounds delicious.
Which place did you order it from?
I ordered it from the place I get my alligator.
Oh God! Look
okay.
at that.
Mhm.
It is like-
Diabetes, take the wheel.
yeah, basically.
Grief.
I just had a little slice. I'm probably gonna have some more later tonight.
That literally is like a cinnamon roll. It's like a giant cinnamon roll donut.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, no, it's not like a donut. It's a like a mix of a coffee cake cinnamon roll type.
Yeah, but it's like
Batter.
a giant circle. It looks
Yeah,
like
but
a-
it's not a donut. You
it's
can't
like a big
call it a
donut.
donut.
With the baby inside.
All right. Well, thank you, Brighton. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Oh,
King cake is amazing.
oh, Geigen, you have a compliment on your avatar.
I do.
I wish I got a compliment on my avatar.
I know.
I mean, your avatar looks very lifelike. I'm surprised anyone could make it.
I know, right?
We all have our talents here.
My mom
Yeah.
is very special.
So to catch you all up, we just got off our break. The party has gone through some stuff. So a couple sessions ago, the party successfully coming from Sky Tower, which is a place in the mountains where Goliaths live, Krathok being a Goliath who's native to the Sky Tower, got some griffins. And the entire party flew on griffins in the sky trying to go to Revel's End to be able to talk to a prisoner there. Well, just so happens that they decide to leave in the morning. And in the morning is right when the Frostmaiden completes her circle around all of Icewind Dale to keep her magic going and freeze the land even more and more each day. And they ran into her. Long story short, it didn't go well for the party, and then they TPK'd. But in this case, it was just a knockout because they were picked up by a Reged tribe that was roaming in the area. Saw the Frostmaiden essentially spare their lives, kind of, and revived them and brought them into their camp. Only to find out that Poppy, our wonderful half-elf ranger down there, is the daughter of some crazy queen of the Tiger tribe who tried to sacrifice her as a child. And has basically said, you know what, I failed once, but I'm not going to fail twice. We're going to sacrifice you again. But guess what? I'm going to give you guys a chance to win your freedom because the Frostmaiden spared you. I worship the Frostmaiden. I wouldn't want to go against her will, so you get to stand a trial by combat. Drathar decided to fight the gladiator, and it was a heroic battle that ended in Drathar's demise. It's not great. So Drathar's sister, who was tracking them to try and catch up and find Drathar and talk to him, is unfortunately not going to be able to do that, but she is able to at least join with the party and help collect his body and help them regain their things and escape the camp, which they've just done. So.
Hey, don't say that. You don't know. It could still be possible. My race can be inhabited by our ancestors. Who says it won't work for her brother? Maybe she'll have her brother with her always and just talk to him.
Oh, good God.
When you realize that Drathar's beings that he summoned were all family members that he called food. Ew. Yeah. Anyway. So we're just gonna put that thought out of our mind. So the party was able to, in the middle of the night, collect their gear, find their friend who was on a sacrificial pyre, shuffle his body into a bag of holding, of which I was thinking about having his feet stick out because they have quite a bit of stuff in this bag already. But I didn't because I didn't want to sour the moment. You just imagine Krathok just trying to shove him in the bag and he doesn't fit, and his little feet are just sticking out the top of the bag. So you've got this little bag that's all flexible with just little feet sticking out. It was a really.
I'm just going to point out, if you did that, then you'd have to deal with the whole innuendos about Drathar's too big to fit in hole.
Poppy's hole.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there either. Anyway, moving right along.
Oh, we're already there.
Also, hi, Excal. What's up, buddy? Guys, make sure you're following Excal. And make sure you're following Live and Let's Die. If you haven't already, if you were here prior to the raid, make sure you're doing the things. And once again, for everybody from Live and Let's Die, if you enjoy what we do here, this is every Monday night. We do this thing. I know you guys know that. You guys give us lots of love, and I appreciate that. But still, we do this every Monday night. And we also just launched a podcast. It's a separate cast. It used to be our Saturday cast. Now it does podcasts. It releases every Tuesday. First episode's out. Second episode's going live about an hour and a half for your listening pleasure. I thought I had the closed caption on, Dylan. I'll have to double check my OBS. I used to have the plugin for that. So if it's not working, I'll double check that and make sure that it's in there. It's a good call out. All right. So the party, having escaped the camp, found Drathar, and probably for about 30 minutes or so, made their way northwest. Heard the flapping of wings. Big wings. The party, out in the open tundra, did the only thing that they could, which was to dive behind a small hill and bury themselves in snow to try and hide from this creature, as it seemed to be honing in on them. It flies right over the top of you. It's fast and large. And with the
Can we tell?
snow, it's hard to make out what the creature is. Someone want to give me a perception check?
I
One
will.
of us or just all of us?
17 is what I would.
I have an 11.
Okay.
I guess I can do a perception check. I don't want to.
It's
I
all
mean,
right.
if we're all doing it.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, if we're all doing it, I'll throw one out there.
Yay!
Yeah, a 9.
That's an 18.
Yeah, Corin, you and Poppy can't. You too, Dylan. Have a good night. The Poppy, you and Corin couldn't see anything. It moved so fast. You just felt the wind kind of pull the snow off you as this thing flew by, up into the sky, and circled back. Krathok, you and Cathala get a good look and see that it's a giant owl.
A giant owl, you say?
A giant owl.
No. It's her again.
As the wings unfurl and lift up, you see them tuck in as the creature starts going straight for you.
Oh, man.
And before
Shit.
you can make a move, you see something else swoop in from the side and smack right into it, driving it to the ground. As another thing dives in, attacking the creature. A third, swooping in, undetected, joins in. And you hear a mixture of cries and screeches and tearing. As you can see feathers and flesh flying. Until silence.
What was that?
You sit up and look over. And see your griffins.
It's her griffins.
Which one?
Was it just a regular snowy owl? Like, not snowy, regular giant owl, not a massive owl?
It was a giant owl, but it was not the Frostmaiden.
Oh. Hmm.
If Corin can see him, he'd be elated. He doesn't have dark vision.
I'm gonna get out of my hiding spot and wave at the griffins and whistle at them.
With your whistle, you see their heads turn, their wings open, and you see them kind of each push off gently just to take them a little bit out of the snow and tuck their wings and then kind of bound to you, kicking up a ton of snow as they do.
Poppy sits up. Is it Lois?
Well, my griffin's dead, so I know it's not mine.
3 griffins.
Poppy's gonna walk over to Lois and just kind of touch her neck.
She's gonna kind of wrap her beak around you and kind of pull you in.
We're just gonna go over and start, petting the griffins. He's so happy.
Corn, who are you riding?
I was riding Brian.
Brian made it.
Brian?
Brian also goes over and is very excited and almost like headbutts you.
Corn will, fall back in the snow and, sort of laugh. I'm so happy to see you.
And who was Drathar riding?
Chris.
Good old Chris. You see a pretty banged up griffin walk over to you, Krathok.
You lived? What was this griffin?
There were just 3.
Just 3 griffins.
This was Drathar's griffin.
Wait. Chris. I'm so happy to see you.
And Chris kind of nuzzles you aggressively, kind of stops and looks over at Cathala. A little confused, kind of cocking its head back and forth. Walks over. Kind of gives you a once over. Turns its head sideways and stares at you with a huge, beautiful eye.
I take it these are friends of yours?
Yes, the griffins from the Sky Tower tribe.
We were riding them when we were attacked by the Frostmaiden. The one that's looking at you was Drathar's.
Probably why he's confused.
You see it kind of straighten out its head and kind of breathe. You get a big smell of you. And with a kind of an uneasy motion, it's kind of nudges your hand with its beak.
I will gently pet it.
You see the griffin's head kind of lean into your hand, kind of gently, kind of accepting the pet, and then walks back over to Krathok.
I'm so happy you all have returned.
Yes, I can't believe they're alive. It's so happy now.
No.
It's a wonder they made it.
This will definitely make traveling much easier.
A lot easier. That's for sure.
Poppy's just gonna kind of keep petting Lois and ask if they're tired or if they need a break at all, because Poppy has no idea how long or where they've been or what.
We may be able to make the Rebels in by morning.
Rebels in by morning.
They all look healthy. Even Chris, who was injured pretty badly in the fall, seems to have been able to recover somewhat.
Well, this will make it a lot easier to get out of here. I say we get moving.
Yes, let's depart before our friends catch up with us.
Well, I'm fairly small, so who'd want to ride with me?
I guess I can do that.
Ah, very well.
Poppy's
Sure.
gonna get up on Lois.
And I will get up on Chris. And I'm going to use, you see he's still beat up. I'm gonna use cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Okay.
Don't ask me why I rolled. I meant to cast.
Okay. Poor Chris gets just 2 points of healing.
Not my fault. Okay. That's how the dice rolled. No.
You can see Chris is kind of like, it's like a, I don't know, like it makes an interesting noise for a griffin. It's kind of like a squawky chortle type of a noise. You can tell that it helped him feel better.
It's nice. Hold on tight.
Are you all ready to take off?
Yes.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
Far away from here as possible.
As quickly as possible.
You all yell up. And off you
Up.
go.
And like before, I'll give ourselves a tailwind.
Very nice. You're able to get a good kind of distance off the ground. Gives you a nice view of the horizon. The wind being calmed by your spell, Corin, kind of aids in the relief of the griffins as they're carrying you. And you can see them effortlessly fly through the air. Just gently swaying in the wind as they coast through the sky. Light of the moon guiding your way. At different points below you, you can see kind of off in the distance where ice flows begin to start. Give me 1 second. Pull up my maps. After a little bit longer, you can get a better picture of the sea of moving ice. You see a whole assortment of ice floes kind of arranging themselves off the coast. And as you continue moving northwest, it's almost like the griffins know where they're taking. You see this large kind of jutting piece of stone extending over the water. And carved into it is a large tower. As you get closer, you see that it's in a kind of panopticon format. Someone want to give me a history check on Revel's End?
My history check is 19. Apparently, I know things
from here. So
22.
Okay. So I will say Krathok and Poppy. Poppy, you probably heard about this from your dad. Or who you thought was your dad. Dun. He would have talked about this giant rock called the Windbreak that shields the tower of Revel's End from brutal winds that sweep down from the glacier. Basically from kind of the northeast, it's kind of a southwest wind that breaks across. You would also know that Revel's End is a prison controlled by the Lord's Alliance, with representatives from all over Faerun. The worst of the worst people are kept here. And as you all continue to draw closer, you begin to be able to make out kind of stone walls in the odd shape around the central tower. And you begin to see little lights form on each of the parapets as you grow closer.
certainly some magic in effect here.
like dark magic.
And possibly won't be able to use many of my skills. If what I've heard from Vindel is correct.
Oh, that's not good.
No, we have that. You to take care of those.
Oh,
We're not
looks
staying here. We're merely visiting for questions.
That's not like we will hopefully not have to defend ourselves.
Yes, there should be
We
guards here.
Right, we have our letter.
You close in and begin to make your descent. You can see an area where it's kind of cleared off of snow, where you would assume that you would be landing. Krathok, to you, it looks similar to a type of roost that you would use for the griffins. And as Revel's End can only be approached from the sea or from the air, you assume that that's where you should go.
Let's take the griffins up there. We got to see we can take it up there and find our way around.
Lead the way.
And I direct Chris to go up towards the roost.
Poppy's gonna follow.
You all make your way down. And as you land, you're met by a contingent of heavily armed guards.
What race are they?
You can't tell. They're all wearing heavy armor
Oh, great.
and have big pikes and swords.
Corn rolled off his hood, so he's no longer double vision.
We weren't expecting anyone this evening. State your business.
Poppy's gonna pull out the letter or whatever we have and say that we're here to speak with a prisoner. And kind of at least hold the letter out to them, not necessarily giving it to them.
On whose orders?
Crap, I can't remember who.
Oh,
I'm
crap.
looking it up. It was.
It was Devessa.
Devessa sent us.
Yep, Speaker to Vessa.
She's the speaker of Brinchander.
Yeah.
She's the speaker of Bryn Shander.
Oh, is that so? We'll need to take you in for processing.
Of course.
Oh, processing. Hopefully not like that meat I had last week.
This way.
I'm glad I'm making friends everywhere, guys. That's all I'm going to say.
Preferably, if you're going to put us in a room, can I please not put in a room with him? I don't want to find out whatever that meat was and what it did to him.
No, she
It's
took-
not
see what-
yak's melt, so you should be okay.
Yes, keep milk away
Does
from
he
him.
have a problem with yak's milk?
Um,
You could call it a problem, but that would be
understating it.
understating it.
I don't have a problem with yak's milk. Yak's milk has a problem with me. Big difference.
It's probably the problem that he has is it probably makes the most noxious gas that is worse than probably any spell you could imagine.
I can only do so much.
If you're quite done chattering, you can get your beasts and follow me.
Poppy's
Brian.
just gonna start following.
We'll take you
Takes-
to the stables where they can be put up for as long as you stay. Also, as you walk up to the wall, the outer wall, there's massive 30-foot, just tall, just everything's huge, massive doors. Before I can let you inside, we'll have to make sure that you properly stow all your weapons.
Oh, again with the
Understandable.
storing of weapons.
He's going to shoot you a quick look.
Look, I don't. Last time I had to give up my weapons, we got kind of put into a situation where I really needed it to murder a queen.
You're not making
He certainly
a
has a
very
way
good
of words.
case for yourself there.
Do you have proper storage that we can place them? They'll be safe.
I would ask that you stow them on your creatures, along
Very
with
well.
any other effects that might be deemed useful to those inside the prison. That would include magic wands, magic scrolls, magic rings, really anything with magic. We do have wards to protect from use of said magic inside by any unauthorized characters. But we can't be too careful.
I only have one wand.
It'll be chilly without my cloak, but I can manage.
Would you like me to remove it for you?
No, I'll keep that. Thank you.
Right.
Puppy kind of coughs and Poppy starts petting Lois's neck again.
You see the guard go over to the gate, pounds on it twice. Open up! They're here from the speaker of Brinshanda. You see the doors open inward. Just large enough for you to make through with your griffins. As you make your way in, you walk down a very long corridor. At the end of the corridor is a portcullis. As it raises for you, you can see that it opens up into another kind of long hallway. Everything is open to the sky, but these huge walls create a maze-like structure. It takes you off to the left. And you see two large doors which are open that lead to the stables. Your beasts will be fine in here. We have people to take care of them and guards to make sure that no one takes any of your effects.
Puppy takes off her bow and kind of fastens it to Lois, and she touches the orc stone in her pocket and kind of thinks about it, and then kind of tucks it with Lois and says to Lois, "Please don't lose this. We may need it later."
She reaches in where you stowed it and kind of puts it in her beak and swallows it. I'm just kidding. She doesn't do that.
We got a bird mouth, probably uses it like a gizzard stone.
We'll crap it out eventually.
Yeah, it'll come out the other end eventually. No, she doesn't
There
do
you
that.
go.
Sounds painful.
You're able to store your gear. You're that big of a bird. It's probably not that big of a deal to pass an orc stone.
Yep.
As you
Put
all
like little
finish
saddlebags.
stowing your gear, the guard stands kind of at the front. All right, beyond this point, we're going to need to pat you down. I have watched you. I've seen you store your weapons, but we can't be too careful.
Go ahead. Cornel, step forward first.
As you do, he kind of begins to pat you down on the sides, and just it's a pretty standard pat down. They're not being overly thorough, if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see him kind of reach into his pack and hold something in his hand. And as he brings it over to your body, it begins to glow. Sorry, Master. You're gonna need to remove that cloak. There's magic in it.
No, I thought I took that off.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I thought I was reacting to me. Because I'm a sorcerer.
No. You're good.
Yeah, I
If you
took
took off the cloak,
all
then
magical stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If you took off the cloak, then you're good. In which case, the thing he's holding in his hand wouldn't glow. All right, you're good. Next.
I will head up to him next.
He's gonna give you a quick pat down. Nothing too crazy. He holds the stone up. Nothing happened. You're clear. Next. As none of you have tried to conceal anything, the process for Poppy and Krathok goes fairly uneventful. All right. Now you need to follow me.
We follow him.
He takes you back, kind of back where you were, in same line with that hallway, but turns left to go further into the Panopticon. As you do, you enter kind of the innermost part of the prison. And you can see, as you kind of walk through another 30-foot long hallway, that as everything opens up, this massive stone tower becomes very clear in front of you. And as you look around, you can see individual cells broken up around the inside of the structure, all with extremely high walls. And you can see a number of runes that seem to be glowing around the entrance to each of the doors. Oh no. It's a sight, isn't it? This way. And he kind of leads you around the base of this tower until you get to the bottom of the door. And walking in, at the bottom, in the center, is what appears to be some type of reception desk. Well, hello, these ones are here on behest of Professor Shane of British Ender. Need to see the warden. Person at the desk kind of gives him a nod and gets up and goes over to what looks like an interesting elevator. It's all encased in wood, and when they step inside, they kind of move this bar over the opening to close it off. And after a nod is given to one of the guards next to the base, you see the guard begin to crank a large wheel as the box begins to rise. After a few short moments, you see the cart descend. And there is the person that was the receptionist and also one other. It's an older looking man. It's kind of a very close cropped white beard. Wearing a very kind of relaxed robes. As he gets off, he adjusts his hair. Welcome to Revel's End. I am told that you are here at the behest of Professor Shane. What business do you have? with
We're
our
here to see
prisoners.
Velish. Sorry. We're here to see Velish Gant.
See his eyes grow wide. Gant? What business do you have with Valish Gant?
We believe he has information that would be very helpful to us.
About what? You realize
Corin looks at the
Gant's
group.
been here for quite some time. Any news he has is old news.
Corin looks at the group and, like, see what they had to say.
We believe he might have. He's the one we think has information on the Frostmaiden, right?
Frostmaiden, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We believe he has important information on somebody that we would like to get a hold of.
I personally don't think that's going to get you anywhere, but the god said you had some type of scroll for me.
Poppy hands it over.
Kind of looks it over. Interesting. Never thought I'd see a letter with Speaker Shane advocating for leniency for Gant, especially after he tried to have her assassinated. Did she mention that?
No.
She did not.
There does seem to be a bit of bad blood between them.
You could say that. See, there's bad blood between all of Icewind Dale and Valish Gant, but he's here now, safe, and we're going to keep it that way. That said, as you are here on official business, I will give you 2 days accommodations. You get 3 meals a day. Your, what is it, you came in griffins? You'll be well cared
Yes.
after in the stables. And I will set up an interrogation room for you to be able to interview Mr. Gant. Or as we call him around here, prisoner 237. 237 will be accompanied by me, as he is one of the most high-profile inmates we have at Revel's End. I will be sure to be listening into the conversation. I know Mr. Vessa is aware of these terms and should not meet with any resistance.
Very well.
All right. I'll have the guards see you to your room, and I'll arrange for you to be able to meet with Mr. Gant in the morning. Is there anything else I can do for you this evening?
A warm bed is more than enough.
Indeed, you woke me from my sleep. I'm going to go back to my bed now. Please follow the guard. He'll take you to your quarters. And the guard kind of leads you back out the way you came, out into the cold. It takes you further around the tower and out the northernmost side of this circle. After weaving your way through a couple hallways, he takes you to an area at the outer ring of the Panopticon. And as he opens it up, you can see that there's a number of beds in his room. A sitting table, you can smell food. It's a living quarters. You're all able to pick a bed, make yourselves comfortable, and we will leave it there for this session.
Oh no!
We lived, guys. We lived.
We didn't die! Yay!
You didn't die. Krathok gets to keep his ding-a-ling.
Yay!
And, you know, it's
That's
fun.
very important to Krathok, okay?
I
It's
am
fine.
thoroughly shocked that Brian's okay. I'm so happy.
So happy too.
Yeah, I had to give the Griffins a big welcome back.
That was very helpful of them. Yeah.
Little vengeance. They've been keeping an eye on you guys. They just can't really go into a village full of hunters. So they were kind of hoping you guys would get out.
They ate one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Krathok's. Got eaten.
Why?
At least
Yeah,
it
I
was
thought it was Brian,
tasty.
too.
Tastes
I
like
thought it was
chicken.
Brian.
Yeah.
You know what else tastes like chicken?
Alligator.
Felds.
Mom, Lois.
No. Stuart was a giant that liked Poppy.
Stuart like Puppy.
So
Poppy
we'll
likes
have a long, yes, Poppy did really like Stuart. We'll end up getting a long rest, correct?
You do get a long rest. Yes. It is the middle of the night. You were able to make great time due to Corin's magic. That
Yay,
does
The
Corin.
leave
longest
you
of rests.
feeling very drained.
Oh yeah.
And not only do you get a long rest, you get a level up.
Yay!
Already?
Holy crap!
Again?
Well,
Oh my god.
you kind of survived a battle with the Frostmaiden and then got your way out of a really crappy situation. So, yeah.
Oh man, I gotta think about
Level
this.
up
It's gonna be
to
a whole.
I gotta think about what I
Holy-
want
I
to do.
know.
You can take your time. There's going to be no impending doom, probably during the next session. So, if
I don't know.
wanna
Have
take
you
your
met our group?
time,
Have you met our group?
Yeah.
please don't fuck this up. Is that is that fair? Is that a fair ask?
Hard ask.
So
That's a
You're
hard
in the most prolific prison, not in Icewind Dale, but of all of Faerun.
Pirates
Like-
already trying to piss off the guards.
All of Faerun. You have official legal means to be there. You have official sanctioning of your visit. You are in no danger. You're in the safest possible place you can be. There is anti-magic spells, beefy guards. No reason for you to start nothing with nobody. Enjoy it. Question your dude and get out. Then you can mess with whoever you want to. Just not here. Just not here.
So I'm assuming that we'll catch up Cathala on what we're doing and why we're doing it, and
You can either do that next session. That'd be great. That'd be some great RP for next session. In addition to being able to, talk with Mr. Gant. And it should be a good time. And in the meantime, you guys can plan your level ups and you can plan how you're going to justify your level ups in RP, because that's what we do around here. I make you work for your level ups.
Yes.
So yeah. You will all be level 8, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Level 8. Level up.
That's an ability score improvement.
I'm
Whoop.
excited. Get my book. I love my book. My
Get a
Bible.
second, fourth level slot. That's nice. And a new spell.
What do I get an 8?
I don't get anything really that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
You already got
You're
monk stuff. Monk
multiclassing.
stuff's already pretty awesome.
I know. So I took my second level of rogue, which gives me cunning action, but it's like,
That's right, you're a ronk.
That's useful.
yep, I'm a wrong.
Wrong.
It's not going to be that useful for my monk unless I don't want to use key.
Oh. But key is so much fun, though.
You know, so it's more of a, I've run out of key, I can start using cunning action instead.
Nice.
I
Yes.
am not doing an ability score.
Are you gonna do
I'm
feet?
Oh, you're doing a feat?
Feet.
He's gonna get them feet. Get them feet picks.
Guess which one I'm going to do.
I don't know. Polar Master, Sentinel. I don't know. Pick one.
Grappler.
Grappler.
Mm-hmm.
Krathok Bear Hauler is a grappler.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I'll hold
You
him
guys
down.
lived.
Everyone else beat him.
You guys lived, and the dice had mercy on your poor souls after what
Yeah,
happened.
after freaking giving us horrible rolls for the past 3 weeks.
The dice more than made up for it. Y'all got some pretty stupid rolls.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. I was surprised.
I was looking forward to some fun, and you guys did really good. So you made it easy.
I'm not gonna lie. At some point, I'm half tempted to take mobile as a feat, just so I can move 60 feet.
That's just dumb.
The only thing that I really get with level 8 is Land's Stride.
The Land Stride. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What else
Starting
did-
at the 8th level, moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement.
Ooh.
You can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them and without
Ooh.
taking damage. If they have thorns, spines, whatever. In addition, you have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement, such as those created by the Entangle spell.
Neat.
So I get that one.
I am hearing things moving in my house.
Aura
So I think
of
we need to go-
protection, aura of alacrity. Got all these auras, and I'm so happy.
So I'm going to go ahead
Right.
and get us cranking here. We're going to do a raid. Mimi, do you have a raid target for us this evening?
Let me take a quick peek.
And while you're looking
We-
for a raid target,
Mhm.
I'm just going to remind everybody, again, if you're new here, please make sure you're hitting the follow button. We are 2 followers away from 200 follows. That would be awesome. Been wanting that milestone for a while now. It'd be great if we can finally get there. On top of that, if you want to support the show, as you can see, we are not a Twitch affiliate or anything like that. That is because we do multicast this to Trovo as well. So if you really want to support the show, you want to support what we do, the best way to do that is through Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/nighttide, and there are a number of tiers. You can have a base tier of a $5, and then additional tiers that not only get you early access to various content, but also your name and some credits of the shows and other goodies. So there's that.
We have ADH Adventures and Dork Tales.
Let's toss to the ADH. I think we went Dork Tales last time.
Yeah. Do you have ADH?
I don't have them on my list, but let me see if I can do it quick.
Here. I DM'd you the link.
There, I got him. Okay. I got some. I'm gonna go ahead and start this raid. Again, friendly reminder, Maledictum, the new podcast is available now. The VOD from this show will be live on YouTube on Thursday, and early access to episode 3. Oh no. No, the raid don't cancel my raid. How dare you? How dare? How dare? There it goes.
How dare you.
But yes, and early access to episode 3 will go live on Friday. Thank you all for being here. We will see you next time. Love your faces. Now go give some love to ADH Adventures. Do it. We got the host.